Well, today the trailer, actually this morning, came out for Toy Story 4. And as I said in my Topics on My Mind video live stream this morning, Toy Story 4, the trailer, was actually one of the things I talked about. And what I felt it could be like, or what I deduced could be involved. And I kind of stick by that. I really do. I mean, if you watch the trailer, it gives you a bunch of feels of exactly what is possibly going to go on. I mean, you get several story arcs here, and they all make sense. You get a story arc for Forky, who is a spork that Bonnie created, a toy that Bonnie created in class. You're obviously going to get a story arc for Woody and Bo Peep, as well as you're going to get a story arc for Woody, and you're basically as well going to get some background as to why Bo Peep was given away. And that all sounds great. That is exactly what a Toy Story movie is all about, getting you invested to want to go see the movie on June 21st. But then the biggest question anybody has in Flix and the Flix TV YouTube channel, the Flix YouTube channel, and I think even Watso's Watso Videos channel, YouTube channel, is even trying to ask the question in their own way. Well, Watso not so much as Flix, but everybody I'm pretty sure is going to be curious as to who the villain is going to be. Now, we do get introduced to a character called Gabby Gums, or Gabby, whatever her name is. And there's no doubt that the way she is designed gives off that Annabelle, Chucky Child's Play-like vibe that, really, really creeps you out. That's like, as the old saying goes, it's the stuff of nightmares. I mean, to quote Linkara from his review yesterday of the California Raisins in 3D issue that he did a review on, he said, "Hey, I found something for your nightmares," or something like that. So the question, obviously, though, is who is the real villain? And like I said, like I was trying to say, Gabby or Gabby Gums, whatever her name is, looks like the obvious choice. But you have all kinds of choices, obviously. Heck, the movie may not really necessarily have a villain, but more along the lines of a character that just doesn't want to change or doesn't want to go through certain changes. And that's a good storytelling character, and that's a good thing for a character, and especially in a story like this. Like, they don't want to be bad, they don't want to act this way, but it's about trust. It's about giving a second chance at life. And what's ironic, and Watso pointed this out, the antique store where Bo Peep is located is called Second Chance. Now, I would not be surprised that that might play a role in Woody trying to convince Bo to give a second chance to a child like Bonnie instead of not trusting him. Now, we do get a flashback, obviously, to how, like I said, how Bo and Woody parted ways. And of course, it's a scene that it's a flashback that takes place. It's a flashback where the goodbye takes place during a rainstorm or when it's raining, to kind of put more of the feels in there. But then you get certain lines from Bo. You get a line from her telling Woody, Sheriff Woody always wanting to save the day. Her trying to convince Woody that there's more out there. And this would throw people off, like, would they do it? Or not throw them off, but make them wonder and ask, would Disney and Pixar do it? Would they take a beloved character like Bo Peep and turn her bad? Again, I don't necessarily think they would, because she's too prominent. So my thought is this. Bo Peep is going to be somewhat of, not an antagonist, but more along the lines of, she's not sure yet. And there's going to be a moment that probably happens in the movie that makes Bo Peep open her eyes and realize, okay, maybe I can give a second chance to this child and just go from there. But again, we don't know that yet. And the obvious question is, who is the villain, or will there be a villain? And like I said, and even other people have pointed out, you have this Gabby character that is like the obvious choice, especially with her henchmen, which are straight out of freaking Goosebumps. You know, you have all these characters. You have those choices. You have this Canadian stunt driver toy who, according to what Watso says and Flick says, wants to try to do his own stunts, but he can't. You know, do the stunts that are showcased in the commercial that he was a part of or that advertised him, but he can't, which I think puts him in the Buzz Lightyear role. So it's going to be intriguing if maybe that Canadian stunt guy, I can't think of his name, but Kaboom or something like that, Derek Boom or something like that, Derek Kaboom, wondering if he'll be the villain. Then you got the two plushies that I don't think are going to be the villains. They'll be more like antagonistic comic relief, but not bad guys. In other words, they don't do harmful things. They just more like to antagonize the other characters with their antics. So again, the question is raised, who is the villain, or will there be a villain? And my thought process is, if there is a villain, knowing how Pixar and Disney have been, unfortunately it's going to be a twist, but it's going to be a twist in a way that the villain is not so much of a villain, but will be redeemed in the end. And that could be, without a shadow of a doubt, Bo Peep. Because we know they like to twist us, right? I mean, nobody thought that Stinky Pete would be the villain in Toy Story 2. We thought it would be somebody else. No one thought that Lotso Huggabear would be the villain in Toy Story 3. He turned out to be that. And we've seen numerous times in Disney and in Pixar movies of all kinds that the character you would not suspect the most to be the villain, to be the antagonist. So my opinion is this. Whoever is if they go the Trist route, it's going to be Bo Peep. If they go the obvious route, it's going to be Gabby. If they don't go any of those routes, it'll be somewhere along the lines of a character like Bo Peep that probably doesn't want to be this way, doesn't want to act this way, but she's not sure. And I think we're going to get more of a background of what happened to her and why she's acting this way, and why maybe she wants to just live life at its fullest instead of giving a second chance to a child that she might be fearful would do the same thing to her that Andy's family did, or Andy's sister did. So those are just my thoughts though, guys. Let me know what you think. Do you think there will be a villain? Do you think do you have an idea of who the villain would be? Or do you think it'll be a situation of where they're not bad, they just have trust issues? Let me know down below. Talk to you later.